Most people don't fail at change, they fail before they even start. At honesty. Not honesty with other people, but honesty with themselves. We say we want to change, we say we're motivated, we say this time it'll be different. But we don't tell the whole truth about what change would actually cost. We want the harvest, but not the sweat, not the work, not the discomfort. Well, today we're going to talk about what keeps us from changing. So come on, let's grow and change together.
Dr. Dave here, aka the Gardenshrink. I'm an old psychologist with fresh insights into life, love, and gardening. Join me on a journey to increase both our fruit in the garden and in our professional lives. Whether you're just thinking about gardening as a hobby, or you're an old pro, or just someone interested in psychological advice minus the copay, I've got something for you. So come on, let's grow together.
In part one of this series, Growing Real Change, we talked about assessment, about slowing down, clarifying what matters, naming our values, and the kind of person we're trying to grow into. That step matters. But knowing what you value doesn't automatically mean you're ready to change. There's often a gap between who we want to become and what we're willing to give up. That gap has a name: ambivalence. We have mixed feelings about changing. Now, this isn't a character flaw, it's human psychology. Motivational interviewing, one of the most researched change approaches, starts with this assumption: people almost always feel two ways about change. To change or not to change? That is the question. We want to improve, to grow, to be free from patterns that ensnare us. But change is disconcerting. Change changes things. Most of us like who we are, and our brains like predictability. Creating new ways of coping or relating creates a void. Who am I now? What will others think of me? What will I do instead? After decades of clinical work, I can tell you this plainly: unacknowledged ambivalence is one of the biggest reasons people feel stuck. And you can't plan your way out of a problem you haven't been honest about. Here's one of the clearest ways I've learned to say it. Most people don't actually want to change. They want to feel better. And those are not the same things. Change brings discomfort. Feeling better promises relief. When those two collide, ambivalence shows up. It derails us and we give up, not truly understanding why this happened again. Most change advice glosses over ambivalence and often skips this self-examination step entirely. It rushes straight to planning and doing, and when it doesn't work, it calls this impasse a motivational problem. It's not. It's a payoff problem. And payoffs are usually protecting something important. Even habits we don't like usually serve a purpose. There's a payoff. The payoff may make us feel needed, helping us avoid responsibility or conflict, giving us a sense of control or a sense of being right. If, and hear me now, if our habits didn't give us something, if there wasn't a payoff, they wouldn't still be here. Things always happen for a reason. I see this all the time. Someone wants to establish better sleep habits, for example, but they don't want to give up their me time at night. Someone wants to decrease screen time, but they run into the dreaded FOMO, the fear of missing out. Someone wants a better relationship, but assertiveness and truth-telling feel scary and dangerous. This payoff is called secondary gain. Secondary gain maintains the status quo. What? Your habit doesn't have a payoff? Take a deeper and honest look. There's always a payoff for our habits. They reduce anxiety. They numb pain. They give us a feeling of happiness, at least in the short term. But they're a mixed bag, and they can be problematic, right? So we try to cut them out with a little pruning or a little trimming, but the roots stay intact and the habits grow back. Why? Say it with me now, because we have mixed feelings. We have unacknowledged ambivalence lurking below the surface. And by the way, remember, we're not lone wolves either. We're pack animals. We live and work and play inside systems, family systems, networks, circles. When one person changes, the whole system feels it. Sometimes habits resist change because the system is protecting itself. Example, if a people pleaser starts saying no after always saying yes, not everyone in their orbit may actually like it, right? They may not hop on the change train with you. All aboard! Mark Manson once said that he wanted to become a famous guitarist until he realized he didn't want the life that produces it. He wanted the outcome, not the practice, not the sacrifice. That's not laziness, that's ambivalence. Wanting the outcome is not the same as wanting the life. We want the harvest, but not the sweat. Let's take a garden example. Farmer Dave?
Right, Dr. Dave. Take mint or horseradish, for example. Great plants until you forget they don't respect boundaries. Trim the top all you want. Looks better for a while, but if you don't dig down deep and get to the roots, they come back and spread. In the garden, when the same problem keeps returning, you don't turn a blind eye and hope for the best. No, you search and destroy. You go deeper and deal with what's underground, or it deals with you later.
Exactly. If you plant mint or horseradish, notorious invasive plants, you've got two honest options. Grow it in a container or dig deep and remove the whole root system. There's no halfway plan. Surface trimming is just cosmetic, and like an addiction, it will slowly spread and take over. Human change works in the same way. Our roots keep us grounded, but they also keep us stuck. You have to find and dig them out. That's why I created a simple worksheet to clarify and identify our mixed feelings. Not to motivate you, not to pressure you, but to help you tell the truth, to help you count the cost of change and the cost of staying the same. To examine both sides, so if you decide you want to change, you'll do it with both eyes wide open, not with your fingers crossed behind your back. You'll find it on my website under free resources. Take your time. If it shows you're not ready for change, that's not failure, that's wisdom. It may be simply not the right season for change. Yet. This is why checking ambivalence comes between assessment and planning. First we ask, who am I? What matters to me? Then we ask, what will this change really cost? And what is staying the same really giving me? Only after that does planning make sense. Otherwise, planning is just wishful thinking, and our January resolutions are just more of the same. But once the benefits of change clearly outweigh the benefits of staying the same, you're no longer forcing yourself forward. You're creating clarity and buy-in and a compelling why with eyes wide open. Next time we'll talk about planning for habit change, not mustering more willpower, but creating better design, and then, and only then, do we just do it. See you later, friends. Come on, let's grow honestly together.